Jay says record it.
Okay. All right.
So let's all mute ourselves. Let's mute ourselves while Lindsay talks.
Okay. So I wanted to get started with, so a bunch of us have been reading the 100 Days to Brave book, and I'm behind, and actually it's funny because Danielle and I are actually at the same part right now, but we're both behind, but I jumped ahead to like what today actually is, which is day 82. I figured it like very, very much fits with everything that's kind of going on and kind of what I want to talk about. So I'm going to read that first. So it says, be generous with your wisdom. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given to him, which is James 1:5. So there it is. The Bible tells us flat out that if we want wisdom and we ask God for it, he's going to give it to us generously. God is so generous with us. He gives good gifts to his children, and wisdom is such an incredible gift that it's all that Solomon asked for him for. And God told Solomon that he could ask for anything. So listen, this is where your bravery comes in. You've been given wisdom by God liberally. If you haven't ask him for it. Brave people offer their wisdom liberally to others, not opinions, wisdom. A lot of people get hung up and think, what wisdom do I have to offer? I'm only 20, or I have only been a Christian for a year. Surely there are better people to share their wisdom. Listen, friend, you always know more than someone else. Always. There's always someone. You may have been a Christian for only 3 days, but there's someone who will decide tomorrow to follow Jesus. Seriously. So you will always have something to offer. Are you brave enough to believe that? Brave enough to share your wisdom? I hope you remember this. The road to courage is lit by God's wisdom. His word in the Bible and through the Holy Spirit to you and through others is how you see that road. You tap into that. You ask for that. You dig into that. He will give you wisdom and you can give it to others. You, friend, are qualified to share godly wisdom because you have God. You can be brave enough to believe that. I know you can. And you can be brave enough to share it. Maybe share with someone younger than you, a sibling, a cousin who wants advice. Or maybe it's someone older than you who is newer in his or her faith. Ask God to give you opportunities to share your wisdom with others today. So this kind of goes along with everything like I wanted to talk about and how I've kind of been like explaining the tasks and everything. Like it's literally in this book saying like we have these opportunities. We have the opportunity with this business to be able to share it with others. And we have the wisdom from God to be able to share it with others. And I know time is so uncertain right now. And there are so many things going on in the world right now that a lot of us can be scared and not wanting to talk about the business or not wanting to share about the products. And it kind of goes along with the post that I had kind of made earlier in like the what ifs. Like, what if I never joined? What if I never said yes? Like, where would I be? Like, from what is going on right now, we have closed down the bar because of everything that is going on and because the bar was told to close down. So I'm not making any income from that. I'm not getting any tips. Like we kind of rely on some of that income for the cash on certain things. And with the doctor's office, like we're not closing the doctor's office, but they have extremely reduced hours. And I wasn't really working there a lot anyways. So like, what if I never said yes? What if I didn't have this business to like fall back on? Like I have this opportunity, and like with the posts that I've been doing, like I kind of second guess myself in a way too. Like I sit there and I think, why am I going to post about this business when there's other people out there who don't have a business to fall back onto, who have been not able to, like they don't have a job right now because of what is going on in the world. And I sit there and I think, well, how can I post about this business but not come off like throwing it in somebody's face in a sense? And that's kind of why I came up with these task list as well, which I'll kind of go into. But then I sit there and think about it. And like after reading this is we have this opportunity to share with others. And some of us, we are scared to put it out there still because of everything going on. But then you have to think about it and think about the what if you don't post? And what if there is a mom out there on Facebook right now who has to be home because her kids are home, or who has to be home because her job isn't out there, but she is looking for a source of income, and you don't post that, and she scrolls past your page? Like, you had the opportunity to share something that could potentially help another family with what is going on, but you didn't because you're scared. So that's kind of what I've been saying, like with these tasks, is don't try to sell it, but be the business. Show like the products that you are using during this time to keep you and your family healthy, and show what this business is doing. And that's how I've spun my posts, because I have been affected, obviously, by what is going on, by not working and stuff like that, and with school. But I am able to share, like I said, like if I didn't say yes 2 years ago, I would, like, we would be out of income right now, like, because Justin hasn't been working or anything like that. So we would literally have no income coming in. So I'm able to spin that around, and I'm able to share how this business has helped, because it is like, this is what I'm working towards. Like, this business is what I want to become my full-time income. So I'm also using this as like my trial run of like being stay at home and like managing the school and managing the business. But like, we have to still put it out there, as much as we don't want to. Like, we still have to, because of the opportunities, like that this could potentially help somebody that is having financial hard time right now. Like, and we still have the opportunity to help them start for $0 out of pocket. There is still that option out there. So even if they don't have the money to start it, like I got a sample request yesterday out of the blue, guys. Like, so people are still interested. There are still the people who are still working and still have an income coming in. Like, and that potentially need this coffee right now because they're working overtime and they need the extra caffeine and stuff like that. So there's still options. And I feel like we're getting it into our heads that, you know, a lot of people like are going through a financial hardship right now or not working. But that's also where consistency comes into play, because there are those people out there that are at home 100% right now. And there are moms who are out there and parents that are out there that are having to be a stay-at-home parent right now and are still trying to figure that out as well. And so there's people that are on social media more than they have ever been. And they're watching us and they're seeing what we're doing. And now we're on their radar. But if we all of a sudden just stop posting when this is all said and done and this is over and they're not on social media anymore, they're just going to not, it's just something that they saw once, and it's not something that they're going to continue to see. So when they do go back and when the world goes back to being normal again, they're not going to remember us. But if we sit there and post about it and we share and give the positivity out there, even if you're giving positivity, like with these daily tasks of putting the motivational post up and like sending messages and checking on people, they're going to remember that over people posting like the negative stuff about what is going on right now. So that's why we need to be that positive person out there. And that's where like I came up with like the two different kinds of tasks, like with the daily tasks, like we get to be out there and we are able, because we know kind of how to work social media and get around algorithms and stuff like that. So we can get around those algorithms to put the like positivity out there for everyone right now. So like with the daily tasks, like this one that has like the sunflower background, like these tasks are meant to like build the positivity out there. So making sure you put up a motivational post. But these daily tasks, you can still sprinkle in parts of the business with it. Like you don't have to like completely throw it out there, but make small, subtle hints about it. Or like the interaction post. Make an interaction post about coffee. Because we do have coffee and it just gets more interaction of the coffee out there. And then once the interaction post, like go back like 3 days from that interaction post and drop like your sample link in there, because you have all these people who interacted, and then go ahead and they'll be like, okay, like what is this? And at least then you still like, you weren't really putting it out there about the business. You gave it a few days, but people are still going to get the notification that you commented on there. So that way it still comes like back and it shows up. So just like little things, like I said, so you're being the business and not trying to sell it, but you're being the business. And that's who we are. And that's kind of what we should be doing anyways. And then like with the golden tasks, like this is still, like I said, like you can do this more all through your Instagram story. If you're not wanting to put it on like your Facebook, or like through your story, I should say, if you're not wanting to put it on like your Facebook page, still do your daily tasks of like business building, like tasks out there. So that way somebody's not like the people who have been watching you before any of this happened. And like you all of a sudden just stop because of what is happening. You have all those seeds that you had planted like at the end of 2019. And now we stop because of what's going on. And they're just gonna be like, oh, okay, well, guess she's not doing it anymore, or not really sure what's going on. So you have to remember you planted seeds like at the end of last year, and we're still working on them, and we're still like tending to them and growing them and like watering them. So that maybe come summer, when hopefully most of this is all done, like we can start to harvest some of those and replant more seeds. So that's kind of where like I came up with these, like the ideas from the tasks of putting the positivity out there, but still making sure we are showing parts of the business. Because just because like we've always kind of said, like we can't answer for somebody. We can't answer yes, they're going to do this, or no, they're not going to do this, until we like ask them. So we can't count anybody out just because of what is going on right now, guys. Like we have to let them make that decision. But if we're not even putting the opportunity out there for them, then how are they going to make the decision? So that's kind of what I had to say. Danielle, Mandy, anything?
I know that we all are in different parts of our business, and the tasks are important to complete each day. And it kind of it keeps you on schedule, and it keeps you like, okay, what do I do when I have nothing to do? But if you're not posting anything at all, and then you post one thing and you're like, well, I didn't get any comments, I don't have any potentials, I don't have any of this, I'm not getting anything, this is stupid. Well, what have you done consistently? Nothing. You haven't done anything consistently. And like for me, looking at a distributor's wall or their stories, and there's nothing for like 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, a week. Okay, well, that just tells me, okay, if you're not posting or you're not putting up stories, then you're probably not doing anything for your business at all. Because the easiest thing to do is to put up a post or to put up a story or to even talk. And it doesn't just have to be work stuff. It could be life. It could be what you're doing. Whatever. My son put green beans down a freaking vent today. Like it could be anything. But if you're not doing a simple task of posting, and you're going to talk about how I'm not getting potentials, or I'm not talking to new people, or nobody's commenting or liking. Okay, well, what have you done? Have you done any of the tasks outside of posting? For us to look at your page, and if you didn't post, or anybody's page, like, oh, she was in the business, she's not on my team, but she was in the business, and now she's not posting. Okay, well, she's probably not working her business at all, because just posting shows that you're open for business. That's like the easiest thing to do. And all the behind the scenes stuff we don't see, right? Like we're on our own. This is our own business, and we're here to help you succeed in that. But posting shows that you're actually wanting to be active, that you're wanting to put this as a priority at some point in your life. I know that it's not always the top priority, because we all have jobs, we have lives, we have kids, we have family, we have spouses, we have things happening, especially in this world. Like we're all nervous and have different aspects of nervousness about this business, not about this business, about life. And like for me, this is my full-time business. This is my full-time job. This is what I have, and I'm not giving up on it. I'm not stopping. I'm doing things a little bit differently so that it's not putting stuff in people's faces like, haha, I stay home, because that's not fair either. And like, yes, it's like me, that's my aha, like, but not in a bad way. And so I phrase things a little bit differently, and like how I'm grateful that I don't have to be out in this and have the risk of bringing stuff home to my children. But my husband does. My husband is our greatest threat to our family. And I mean that lovingly, but like, I know several of us are fire wives, and we have that exposure coming into our homes. And so the fact that we can minimize that exposure to our kids because we are home full time, that is so comforting to me. And just like, I know that it's different or it may look different for me because, oh, I'm a diamond leader. It's not different. I feel the same struggles and the same pressure and the same issues that we are all feeling, like team wide. It doesn't matter what level you are in this business. If we don't post, if we don't share, if we don't talk to people, like, we're not seeing anything either. We don't always get comments or likes, but you better believe we're posting. You better believe we're putting up a story. Like, if I get nothing else done, which isn't true, if I do nothing else for the day, you better believe I have post up and stories consistently going. That is absolutely a non-negotiable to run your business. If you are not posting, I don't know what you're doing. I really don't, because if you aren't putting up a post to tell people about what you're doing and whether or not it's, I drank my coffee today, this skinny brew is saving my ass today, or I ate 85 million things today because I'm on my cycle today, and I ate a bag of chips sitting in bed. So I'm going to take some carb control and some fat fighters tonight because I've eaten all of the things. I'm going to share about this later because I really want to eat cookie dough. Okay. But like, life is happening around us. Shut up, Katie. Life is happening around us, and we may not feel well. We may not be 100%. We may want to strangle spouses. We may want to strangle our children. Just kidding. We may need 5 minutes from them. But like, regardless of what it is, people want to hear your story. People want to see that you are a real person. People want to see what you are doing to stay positive in all of this ridiculousness. So if I can make somebody laugh about my son putting green beans down a vent, I'm going to post about it. And that just brings people to my page. That brings people to show them my content. And then it's actively giving me new people and being able to see who's seeing my posts. It doesn't have to be an It Works post. It could be a positive quote. It could be something. And that's why Lindsay put these tasks together. And okay, she post something positive. Post about the opportunity and what it's doing for you. Do an interactive post. Like, an interactive post doesn't have to be It Works related. It doesn't have to be about the giveaway. I put up an interactive post about asking what your child would be called if you called them by their middle name. I mean, it's that simple. And we give you ideas, and we give you thoughts, and we give you like suggestions. But if you're not doing any of the things, you can't complain. You can't complain. You can't say, oh, this isn't working. I'm not getting traction or like activity on my page. Well, what are you doing to draw activity in? Because the moment you stop posting and you stop putting up stories, your algorithm on Facebook completely changes. So I didn't post for a whole week. Okay, well, I can't expect to have 85 comments on a middle name post because Facebook isn't putting my stuff out there because I didn't do anything for a week, business or otherwise. And if I'm not posting on my own page, am I really interacting on anybody else's? I can assume no. Because why? Like, okay, if I can't post on my own page, why would I be on social media at all at that point? So like, it matters. It matters what you're posting, but it matters that you're interacting. And even if you are super busy, it takes 2 seconds to take a picture. And you can even like just put up a quote or put up a post and be like, happy day, happy whatever day it is. And that's it. And then snap a picture and post it later. I mean, it takes 2 seconds. And I mean, okay, we have to pee at some point. So I took that picture, I went to the bathroom, and I'm going to put up a quick post while I sit there and pee because, okay, it takes, I don't know, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. I don't know, but you're already there and you probably already have your phone in your hand because I did that before, I've done it. I've talked to Mandy while I've gone to the bathroom. Like, it just, whatever, you guys, like this time in our lives is so different with everything that's happening. And I know that we all feel this difference and this feeling of not sure where to go, but this task list isn't difficult. and it's not asking too much. It's not going over the top. It's not overwhelming. There's your daily task list and then your bonus list. And I can't remember what the bonus list is called. I'm sorry. But they're both one. I don't understand.
No, hold on one second, really quick. So it's called Golden Tasks, but I want to say there's a
you.
method to my madness really quick too, before I forget this. Like there's a method to my madness of why I kind of did the task that I did. Like when I have on there for the Golden Tasks, like making sure you're getting the stuff in your stories and everything like that. And then on your daily tasks about like following up with 5 people on life in general, they have that little circle that shows that you have a story. And I notice the majority of the time, even if somebody doesn't respond to me, like, if I ask them even about daily life, most of them at least go and view my stories. So people are still looking. So that's why it's so important, like with the stories, especially because even if you're having a conversation about life, but you have business stuff in your story, people are still seeing it then. Like you're following up on life, but then they are actively looking at your story and they're actively seeing business stuff. So there's a method to my madness of why I did the task the way I did them. And that is to help, because you want to follow up on life, but then you're not pushing anything. People are actively looking at those stories themselves. So that was my point. That was the whole one finger.
Thank you. Yes. No, and it's true. And I was reading the comments, consistency is key. Pick one thing, do it. And the stories, people are viewing the stories more and more than the Facebook wall, because it gives an overview of what's happening in everybody's lives, right? So load the stories up. I put up pictures with just a little couple of words, we went for a walk, or good morning, or whatever. Or if it's a quote or a positive thing, all I do is post that. I don't even type it. That took 2.5 seconds. It's just pick something to do. And Lindsay's tasks, they can be done throughout the entire day. You can't tell me that you don't have 5 minutes throughout your entire day at some point, that you're either mindlessly doing something or you're sitting watching TV. I'm sitting watching TV and I usually have my phone with me anyway. If Jason and I put on a movie and I have things I need to do, I'll put on a movie that we've seen before that I don't need to pay attention to, so that I can come in and out of it knowing that I'm still spending some time with my husband, but I'm also getting some stuff done. And there's times where I don't do that, but obviously we need to unplug and sorry, there's a crumb in my bed. Obviously we need to do stuff to unplug. And I'm not saying don't watch TV at all. Don't do this, don't do that. But how easy is it to keep saying, yes, I'm still watching on Netflix because I've watched 5 episodes and I've done nothing else. That time goes by so quickly. But I can easily be putting up a few things in my business, right? Even if we're sitting with the kids, if Mason and Athena are playing and I'm sitting there, I'm doing something. I'm adding a couple people to my network. And you don't have to add 50 people all at once, or whatever that number is for you. Add 4. Add just a couple, and then go back to doing whatever you were doing. And just in between those moments, and that's what we mean by working in between the moments. It's nice to have some dedicated time to sit down for 20 minutes and work on haps or work on, your live. I went live, I think it was 5 or 6 minutes long, maybe, I don't even know. But I went before my parents came over, and I'm okay, I'm just going to go live and make my coffee. I'm just going to do it. And it was just a couple of minutes, and you don't need to talk for 20 minutes. I've done it. I know Katie's done it. We're just talking and we're having a good time, and we get to share stuff and try things, and that's fun for us. And I enjoy that, because when people hop on and I get to talk to them while I'm doing something, it's interacting. And since we can't talk to anybody face to face, that is our interaction for the day. But it's not hard, you guys. And I know some of us get stuck and aren't sure what to do, and this is where these tasks come in. And if you are still stuck, talk to us. Ask us all the questions. Just be I don't know what to do. And that's okay, because you don't always need to know what to do. You just need to have the courage to ask. And you can message us separately. You can message in the group chat. You can call us on the phone, video, FaceTime. I love seeing everybody's faces. But we are here to help you succeed. but you also have to make the effort as well. We aren't going to work this business for you. We aren't going to walk you through every single step, every single moment of every single day. We are here to help guide you, and we will help you when you ask for it. We will never turn you away. We will never say, no, I'm not helping you. That would never, ever come out of our mouth, ever. But you have to be willing to ask, and you have to be willing to put in the work. And if you're not putting in the work and you come to me and say, hey, this isn't working, I'm going to go to your page first and be like, okay, well, why isn't it working? Is there a phrase or something that you've said that may be a little off-putting? Or if your content isn't there or you're not doing anything on there, well, I'm going to tell you that. And I'm going to be straight up and honest, like, okay, you need to do this, this, and this, or you need to change this, this, and this. Or add to your network, because I know I've had a couple people that are like, well, I'm not getting any new interactions. Well, how many people have you added to your Facebook? None. Okay, we'll start with that. And sometimes it's like, oh yeah, duh, I get new people, so we will help you figure it out. You just have to want it. You have to want this business to work for you. And it like Mandy said, it does not happen overnight. We didn't become diamond and double diamond leaders in this business overnight. Like this, it takes time. And if you think about a real business, I take that back. This is a real business. If you think about a brick and mortar business, is what I meant, like a real building, like you actually have to leave your house, which I'm very thankful we do not. Too many people. But if you think about a brick and mortar business and a physical building and the bills and the amount of startup it takes and utilities on another building. I pay utilities in my house. Do I want to pay utilities for an outbuilding? No. Do I want to be worried about people coming in and out of my store during this COVID-19? No. And you have to think of how much effort that takes and how much stock and supplies and money up front that takes. Thousands of dollars, thousands and thousands and thousands. And when do people see returns in a brick and mortar? 3 to 5 years. When do we see as a business owner profit? And we could see it in a week. We could see it in 30 days. We could see it in 6 months. We could be paying or replacing our full-time income. This business, they've always said, give us a year and we will change your life. And if you are in it a month and like, this isn't working, give us a year that you actually put in work, that you actually do tasks, that you actually stay connected and plugged into your team threads, and you physically ask questions. I'm not saying jump on every single Zoom that we share, because that's not possible. There's just too many, but like ones that speak to you, jump on those or watch the recording. Kelly asked today, what Zooms can you share with me while I take a shower? Because she watches stuff or she listens to stuff while she's taking a shower. I mean, those are the moments, like for me, that's when I can listen to something in the shower uninterrupted, because nobody's in the shower with me. My children are taken care of and I have the moment. But like, that's what we do. But if you aren't putting in the work and you're not putting in the time, this business isn't going to work for you. If you put the time in and if you stay consistent, it will work. You just have to be consistent. And I know sometimes it sounds crazy. We say, be consistent in this. Well, it's not working now, so what am I being consistent for? Because that is what's going to change. You have no idea how many customers I have gotten and distributors that I have gotten on my team that have never liked, commented, told me anything about anything, ever. And then they just message me. Hey, I'm ready. Hey, I want to make some money with you. Sign me up. They have never liked, commented, not even on a giveaway, ever. And they message me out of the blue and they sign up like that. Because they were ready in their time. They were watching my story. They were watching our posts. They were excited. They thanked me for putting positivity out there. I know Mandy's gotten several messages like, thank you for all of your positivity. Thank you for sharing this quote today. We've all gotten that. where we've gotten a thank you for putting out what we've put out, you know? So you don't know who's watching, but if you're not posting, then there's nothing for them to watch. And you don't fully understand it until it happens to you. You don't fully, like, I sat, with Brianne on a Zoom when I first started, and she's like, it's as simple as making a decision, like, to promote. You just have to decide that's what you want to do. And I was like, that's BS. I don't believe you. And it's not gonna work for me. That's not a thing. Like, I just decide, I just make a decision. And on the plane going to conference last year, 2019. So, last year we went to conference. This year, you guys, I'm sorry. 2019, we got on a plane. We decided we were not gonna sit at the same rank. Mandy was promoting. She's like, I'm not walking into conference the same rank that I was last year. And we did it. We got like 1,100 in volume, 1,200 in volume in 12 hours. And I re-ranked Ruby. Mandy went Emerald on the plane to Florida. And then it was like a light bulb. And I watched it in Mandy's face. Like, it was like a light bulb that went off in her head that said, I'm deciding, I'm doing this. And then we sat at conference and they announced bonuses for Diamond. And I was like, well, I want Emerald, like, yesterday. So, and she's like, I'm going for Diamond. All right. Well, we decided, let's do it. We're going to run after it. We're going to pull people, see who wants to do this with us. And we're going to run after this. And we literally decided, and we did it. It's as simple as a decision, and you have to be confident in that decision. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen this month. It may not happen next month, but it is still your decision. It is still your promotion. It is still something that you are working towards that means something to you. Diamond is diamond is diamond is diamond. You guys, you still can print money whenever you go diamond. Bonus or not. I mean, literally print money. And that is just the beginning. But it's as simple as a decision. You want to make $500? Go Ruby and sign distributors every single month. You want to make $1,000? Go Emerald. You guys, like, make that decision and write it down and speak positivity and speak life into that decision. If you just want to make $200 and that's what you can see for yourself, write that down. It means something, because that is a goal for you. When I first started, I was like, if I can make $200, that'd be cool. I don't think I could do anything more than that. I really didn't. And I was like, well, if I can make $200, cool. So I did. I made $200 and I was like, well, that wasn't bad. I can do this. I want to make $500. So I did. And then I bought my dishwasher in cash because it broke. And I was like, I don't have to put that on a credit card. I didn't have to figure out what to do and like charge more stuff to the debt we already had. I could pay for cash. I was like, whoa, okay. I see what's happening here. And like, was it always easy? No. I was pregnant and, I did this with a toddler and a baby, and now I have a baby and a toddler. And I've done this all different ways, as we all have. We've all had life happening and different things happening to us, but we haven't given up because we have seen the potential. And let us show you what that potential looks like until you have your own story. Because the fact that I could pay for my dishwasher in cash, the fact that I could buy airline tickets, the fact that I could pay off debt, the fact that I can stay home. You guys, I didn't see staying home. I wanted to. The day I joined, I was like, this is BS that I have $6.13 in my account and I'm done. I want $200. I just don't want to live with more months at the end of my money. And then once that happened, I just kept setting myself more and more goals. Was it always in the back of my head that I wanted to stay home? Yes, because I told Mandy that like every other day, that I just wanted to stay home. I don't want to go to work anymore. I hated my boss. I hated doing all of these things. And I wanted more freedom. And I spoke life into that. Did I always see that that was possible? No. But I worked towards it. Just because I couldn't see it for myself doesn't mean that it can't happen. So you could say something that seems too big and audacious for you right now, but do all of the steps to work up to that. Set yourself smaller goals. Set yourself $200, $500, $1,000. I want to stay home. I want to make $15,000. It's on my dream board. It is on my dream board that I want to check for $15,000 a month. That's what I want. And you know what? Last year I gave myself a $14,000 raise for the year. And that's amazing. Like, I cried. Who does that? Who can get a $14,000 raise in corporate America, or babysitting, or a 9-to-5, or whatever you're doing? Who can do that? I know I couldn't. Even I was a chemist. I was making really good money, but I got a 1% raise. What's 1%? It's not even the cost of living. So you guys, whatever your goal is, whatever your big audacious goal is, write that down. I know you all want diamond. I know that you see it, and I know that you're working towards it. Hit those goals along the way. What did you start for? You wanted $200. Start making that. Work towards that, because you know what? That big audacious goal is going to seem smaller and smaller as you work towards it. It's going to be like, okay, well, I got $200. I could do that. I can do 500. I could do that. I could do 1,000, because I know we all get into our own heads, and it's something that we all have struggled with. And you know what? Sometimes I'm like, I don't even know what to do. And I reach out to my people. I reach out to Mandy and Lindsay, and I just talk it out, because we all have those moments, and we all have those down days, and we all have those struggles. But let somebody pull you out of it, or let somebody send you a funny meme or a quote, or find your person that's going to pull you out of that hole, whatever it looks like. The people that are closest to you are going to know how to help you, or at least be there to listen. And then you get back on it, get back out there and start doing all of the things, because if you quit today, you're no closer than you were yesterday. You're starting at ground zero. You're starting fresh, because you started this business to make $200 and you quit because it's not happening just yet. Okay, well, you quit. That's great, because now you have no options. Now you have nothing to push forward or to help you reach those final goals. Yes, it may be hard some days. We all feel that hard. We all see the struggle. We all have ups and downs and ebbs and flows of being a business owner. But just because it's a hard day doesn't mean you should quit. You should never quit on a hard day. Quit on your best day. Quit on the day that you make 10 grand a month. Quit on the day that your team is on fire. Quit on the day that you earn a $15,000 bonus. Do not quit on the day that it's hard. Do not quit on the day that you are struggling. Do not quit on the day that you have a Karen telling you that this isn't a business. Don't quit on that day. Lean on everybody here. Lean on our team, because that's when you need it the most. And that's when you need this business the most. This business has been so much more than a business to me. It has been a lifeline in so many dark aspects of my life. And it's been such a blessing. I didn't think I was going to cry. It has been such a blessing in all of the things. And I've wanted to quit. I've wanted to stop, but I'd be nowhere near my goal if I did. I would still be working 9 to 5 and hating life and hating my job and not getting any closer to being home with my kids, or not being able to pay off bills, or not being able to go on vacation, or not being able to join 5 wine clubs, or not being able to go visit friends, or not being able to take my kids out. You guys, like, this has been so much more than a business. And on those dark days, on those hard days, on the days that life happens, the day I lost my brother, who did I call? I called friends of you guys. And it just goes to show you that this business can be so much more if you let it. Yes, we started for an income, but we became a family. And you can't let those hard days, those dark days, those days that you don't want to do anything, stop you from running your business. Because at least if you have nothing else that you want to do for that day, post, put up something, anything. And whatever it is that you need to hear yourself, if you need to hear a positive quote, message us. We'll send you one. I have ample amounts of stuff that I can find you. I mean, I read the 100 Days to Brave book today, and the 2 things I sent to everybody, they spoke life and they spoke all types of feels to my heart, you know, and that's what this is for. That's what this business does. This business can pull you out of holes. This business can pull you out of debt. This business can pull you into a support system and a team that cares way more than just an income. And I am forever grateful. I started for money, because who doesn't? Who starts because they have the money? Not many people. I had the money. I had the money at the time. Like, I was making good money, but did I have the money to start? No. I wanted more. And yes, we start for an income and we start for ourselves, but we are never by ourselves. And we are never alone in what we get to do. And we are in this for a reason. And we were drawn to this for a reason. And I truly believe, like, this has been my calling my entire life. Like, I've wanted to help people and I just never knew it, and I never knew how. And I could teach everybody how to do this, and I can be there for everybody. And in turn, everybody chooses to be there for me. And I am forever grateful for that, because you all have picked me up in different aspects of my life and been there to support and to make me laugh. And it's been so much more than just an income. And Mandy and I have always prided ourselves with this team and how we interact with everybody and how we want to put hands on everybody. We want to touch you not in inappropriate ways, but like, we wanted to, like, it came out so wrong. It came out so wrong. We want to, like, touch your life and be there and, like, understand who you are and what your goals are and what your family's like, and just be friends with you over a business. Are we gonna kick your butt into gear because you need a butt kicking? Yes. If you need a pep in your step, we are there. If you need a person to listen to, we are there. If you're wanting some fire and drive, I got you. If you need a little bit of a tender touch, Mandy's got you, because I don't always have that, and I know that very well. So we play to our strengths. But you guys, like, you started for a reason, and always remember that reason. And then we are here to help you figure out how to go about going forward. And you just need to make a decision what you want to do. If you want to do it, let's do it. If you don't, well, let us know that too, because that's okay. And maybe this isn't your season. Maybe this isn't your time right now, and you have a lot of life happening and a lot of things are happening, and we understand that. But I will tell you this, with life happening, you still have that goal. You still want or need an extra income. So to be honest, this isn't the thing to quit. This isn't the thing to stop. Maybe take a pause, maybe take a breather, but don't let it go too long, because you still have that goal. And if you stop, there's nothing pushing you, not pushing you, there's nothing that you're working towards to hit that goal. And that makes me really sad, because there's ways to work through whatever it is that you're struggling with, whatever mountain that you're trying to climb, because there's still something or somebody that needs to hear what you have to say. And that is the thing that I take away the most on all of my dark days, or all of my hard days, or all of my days that I don't know what to do. There is somebody out there that needs to hear my story. And there's somebody out there that's going to need to hear my future story. And I'm not done writing my story. And it doesn't look like everybody else's. And there's struggles that we've all had that doesn't look like anybody else's. And so if I stop now, I'm going to lose that person in the future. And what if they become like my next best friend? And what if it's somebody that, like, I just needed in my life and I didn't know I needed? Like, I didn't know I needed this business when I joined, and I couldn't imagine life without it. So that is all I had. Does anybody else have things to say? I'm sorry, I went off on like a crazy.
No, don't. I was typing as you were talking, because I knew, you know, like I would put the things that I was thinking as you were talking or what I would say when it was my turn. But like you both said all the things that are always on my heart. And clearly I've been in this business longer than anybody here. I mean, because I said yes, Danielle said yes. That's why Lindsay said yes. That's why Heather said yes. Like I could go down the line. Like it's one decision. And we say it's a decision. It's not just, oh, I decided to join a business and then you let it figure itself out. You have to wake up and make the decision every single day. Guys, you might think Danielle and I are like, yes, most of the time we love what we do. And I know most of you, everyone who's on here, like you love what you do. You're here for a reason, but you still have to make a choice. There's still days where you wake up and you're like today was the day. And like you wake up and you're like, oh, this is the last thing I want to do because I have this going on and this going on. But I will tell you every single time I'm having one of those days, it means I need to plug into one of you guys. I need to do my tasks. I need to listen to a Zoom. I need to plug into a podcast. I need to have a glass of wine and just message the people that I'm thinking that are on my heart. I always feel better. Always. When I'm doing something that is towards the goal that I still have had since the moment I joined. Did I have any clue that I would have the team that's here? No. Did I think I'd be good at this? Absolutely not. I did not take this seriously. I did not think I would be good at it. Did not think that this was real. But I know what Danielle and what Lindsay had talked about, like I can look at all these faces on here. We all have some life happening and all very different. No, like not even any similarities other than, you know, some of us having spouses have the same profession, but like literally nothing is the same. So the fact that we all can like pull our strengths, like she said, from different places and work this around our schedules. You know, Lindsay puts up those tasks. It doesn't mean you sit down and have to do all of those in an hour or a half hour. Like, okay, I sent my birthday messages out while I was taking my morning pee. That's literally when I do them, you guys. I'm not kidding. Like, okay, now they're done. I can X that one off. Okay. And then while my coffee's brewing and Liam's getting situated for breakfast, I'll throw something on my story, whether it's my coffee I'm making or it's a motivational post. Like, just make it as part of your day. I promise you, the more and more you do it, the more it becomes routine and it doesn't feel like work. You get excited to do it. And I firmly believe I've always said this and now even more, even if people aren't joining you right now, because it's such a time of uncertainty, nobody knows what the hell's going on. They don't know if they should hug their spouse even. Like, I mean, like, you know, so even if they're not going to join you right now or become a customer right now, staying positive, staying on the forefront of social media, like that's, because it's free advertising. It's free advertising and it's also free positivity that you can put out there because I don't know about you, the first couple of days this broke out, every post I saw was a toilet paper meme, something nasty about Trump, something nasty about this, nasty about that. And I was like, oh, okay, like I'm going to just start throwing good stuff out there. And now that's what I'm seeing, because the more you start, like Facebook knows what you like. They're going to show you the content that they see that you're liking and the people you're interacting with. So you're going to attract the people that are needing what you have, that are needing the positivity. I mean, yeah, we're all a little freaked out, but I'm not going to not be real and not talk to people about it, but I'm also not going to be another voice on social media that is causing panic for everybody. I'm going to pull from what I feel good about. And a lot of those posts, you guys, the motivational posts I put up or things I put up, they're for people to see. And I hope that, like, and Danielle, I'll agree. I've had people message me out of the blue and be like, what you posted today, like, I opened my Facebook, yours was the first thing I saw, and I literally cried while getting ready for work because it was exactly what I needed to hear to go about my day, because I have this, and this has been happening. And it might be someone I never even knew was my friend. Like, I knew they were my friend, but, like, we've never interacted before. And to me, that's worth it. But a lot of times, it's for me. It's for me to be like, this is what I'm feeling today. I'm going to put this out there because I know somebody feels this. So even if the people aren't joining right this minute because everyone's crazy, I promise you, after the shit falls, after everything, all the pieces are here and everything's put back together, and they're going to go, wow, everyone was losing their freaking marbles. And those It Works girls were still putting good stuff out, plugging in, checking on me. They were asking me how I was doing. And guys, I know we say that, oh, check on people. We do it because, yes, it's part of the business, but we do it because we're people. And if you're writing 5 people down that you're thinking about, it's for a reason. It's a God thing, and I'm completely convinced of that. If I think about people at the most random time, I'm going to send them a message. I don't care what it is, what's going on. Sometimes it's really late, but there's a reason, and you have to listen to that. So I know all of our stories have been different. Some people have come out, come back in. Some people have stepped away for a little while. Some people took off like a cannon and did really well, and now they're like, oh my gosh, my business fell because I didn't work it because life happened. Like, that's okay. You're still here. The business is always going to be here. It's just how much do you want to put into it, because it's your business. We can't want it for you. I can want it right along with you. I will push you. Danielle is right. She is the heavy if you need tough love. And I love that about her, because I'm not. And I will say, like, and when we need some softness, like, I understand some other things that, like, she hasn't had to deal with. Like, you know, our brains are wired differently. So, and I think that's amazing. And so I just want you guys to know that, like, if you make a decision and you're going to show up for it every day, it might not look like ours. And your day's not going to look like mine. Your posts aren't going to look like mine or Danielle's or Lindsay's or Heather's. It's you. And you got to share about yourself. You got to, oh, Heather, oh, bye. You know, you got to share about yourself. I mean, and if there's somebody's post that you see, any one of us, you guys know you can save our posts. You can save them in your phone, because you're like, oh, I liked what that said. I liked that message, right? Or anybody that you may be following that might not even be in the business. Somebody that said something that spoke to you, save it for those days when you're like, I have no idea what to post. I don't know what to do. Save those posts for motivation for yourself when you're having those bad days, and tweak it to how you would say it. You know, on days where you're feeling really pretty. I mean, clearly today is not one of them, but like when you're like, wow, I got good makeup and it's good lighting in here, take a couple selfies and save them. Save them for when you're having a bad day and you put a post up and just say, all it can say is like, hey, everybody, I'm just want to show my face and tell everyone that to have an awesome day. Like, it's simple. Like, don't overthink it.
I mean, you guys, like, all of these photos are all It Works photos. I put it in a folder. It's labeled It Works photos, and it's from just taking pictures of myself, of having people take pictures of me, and product posts. Like, okay, it's, if you're feeling really good, put on a different coverall. Like, Mandy's got those pretty kimonos, and she'll put on like a shirt and then put one over and then take it off and take a different picture. You guys, like, it's that simple. We did it all at conference. We all changed things, and we were all together, so everybody knew like what kind of pictures we needed to take. And when this quarantine's over, some of us can get together and take pictures. But like, set up a tripod. Set up the time. There's a timer on your phone. You don't even need the clicker. You can set up the timer and pose and then go get it. But if you're feeling cute and pretty, like Mandy's right, like, go in different aspects or around your house and take pictures. You know, go sit on the front porch or take a picture with the product, like put it in your hand, point to it. You know, do that, because when you post pictures of yourself with product, and not just the product, just post pictures of yourself with it, it shows a different side of the business, because people then see, oh, she's actually using the product. She's not just posting a picture of it. You know, even if I know Kelly was doing a show and Mandy had given her some products. She's like, I'm going to take pictures of all of these products, because it was stuff that she didn't always have on hand. And so, yeah, do that. Do all of the things.
Well, yeah,
she's right.
You're absolutely right. I mean, yeah, when you're feeling good, take pictures. Guys, when you're feeling like garbage and you're like, I'm feeling mom life today, take a picture of yourself with your chaos in your house. I know Danielle's done it. I know I've done it. And I've had people be like, you look like you always have your life together. Thank you for making me feel human. Like Lindsay just said, everything shows that we're human. You guys, we're not supposed to be perfect. But on the days where you're feeling good, like, save those pictures. Maybe you didn't post it that day, but save it. And when you're, you know, I don't know, people want to see you, right? They can join, and people think the business, the market is flooded, right? And it's clearly not. Like, I talk to someone every day from a HAP, at least every day, one person who's never heard of It Works. So that proves that like we're not flooded. It's just a mindset thing. And I lost my train of thought because I was just thinking about people that say that to me, and I'm always like, really? I derailed. It's gone. It's gone. But you guys get what we're saying. It's, it's a mindset thing, and our minds might not always be in the right place. And if they're not, I know majority of people on here have said, I'm not in a good headspace. Today sucked. Well, you said it, you owned it. We're not letting you stay there. If you stay there, then that's on you. I know that might sound harsh coming from me, but I've been one of those people. Danielle knows I was in a super big funk right after conference, which was so opposite of how I expected to feel. And it was just a weird transition for me. But
you do need to recognize it. Like, don't just think that you shouldn't recognize whatever you're feeling and, oh, I don't know why I'm in a funk, or this is just an off day. Like, I've woken up like from sleeping pissed off, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what? I don't even know what to do with that type of thing, because I'm like, I just woke up and I'm pissed already. Like, acknowledge it, face it, and like take a deep breath and exhale it and just get it out, because your body needs to acknowledge whatever that feeling is. And if it's you need some positivity, you need some angry music, you need to dance it out. I danced it out the other day and I cried. No idea that I needed to do it, and the tears just started flowing. So whatever, like, you need to let it go, because it's just going to eat away at you, and then go about your day. And on those days, I lean on the tasks so much harder, because I'm not thinking clearly. I'm not thinking for myself, and being in that headspace really screws you up regardless. So lean on the tasks in those days, because that's going to help you reset and refocus everything.
Yeah. I just read what Stephanie put. I mean, everybody's been saying stuff in here. I mean, it really is. It's, I don't know. And like she said, when you're having those bad days, that means you need to look for something. You need to look for something to fill that space, because I promise you, if you stay there, everything you touch that day is going to feel different. You're going to go to bed feeling like, oh my gosh, like I stayed in that mindset all day for what? And you don't want to be there. You know why you're there. It could just be, hey, I need a break from social media today. I'm going to post in the morning, and I'm going to check it at night, and then I'm going to plug in with my family. That's okay. We're still people, but let it, just tune into us. That's what we're here for. So I know there was just, yeah. Anybody want to say anything? I know, Christine, Julia, Stephanie. I know Stephanie just shared. You don't have to talk. If there's something on your heart, feel free. If not, let me just share my mug.
I don't give a guac. I love it.
Sometimes it's just a mug. You just need to put your coffee in the right thing, or whatever you're drinking.
Thank you, Lindsay, for putting this together.
Thank you for the tasks.
No problem, guys.
Like, I did them yesterday, and then I got in bed and I was like, oh, I have to update. Like, it's holding us accountable and seeing that we're doing the stuff right along with you. So
yep.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.